Hey, now we're going to get that front wall going. So I'm going to start a new sketch. I'm going to go right on the face of this right here. Okay, so face of extrude 1, that'll work for us. Rotating to the front, I'm going to make a center point rectangle right here. And then when I do so, make sure that you click, it's going to be right above that center point. Okay, and it's going to constrain it vertically. We're going to look at that again here in a second. And I'm going to bring it down here. And the width is 5, and our height is 2.5. And then let's take it. I'm pushing escape. If I hover over that, I want you to see that there's our constraints, and we've got a vertical constraint for that, right? And that's meaning that it can move up and down, but it can't move left and right. So we've got a constraint. So it's going to stay straight above that center point dot. So we're good to go. I'm going to drag this out here. I'm going to push D for dimension tool, and then from the bottom of that board to the bottom of our new board, we want it to be 0.5. And we are fully constrained. Everything's black now, so we're good to go. One more thing we want to add to this. This is pretty cool. So if we click on the Use button, we can click on the face of each one of these, and that's going to help us cut it out. So I got all those selected in there using the Use button, or the project line. So it projected lines onto that surface, and we say, OK. Now when we go to extrude, you'll see I select this from here. I select the surface that we just made, and it already made all those cutouts, which is amazing. And then we're going to go an 1/8 inch thick on it, and we're going to go the other way because we want these to overlap just like that. So we're good to go. The thing to watch out for is to make sure that it's not going to add material. So if we did that, it would just make us solid. We do not want that. We want a new part. You'll see the new part show up down here on our parts list. And we're going to go ahead and say, okay. One thing to add before we mirror is our joinery over here. So I'm going to draw a sketch over here. And I'm going to make a rectangle starting in that very bottom corner. And then it's going to come up to there, and it's going to be an 1/8 inch wide. I don't put, if I push 0.5 on this, it'll over constrain it, okay, because it was already attached to the top. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that measurement I made and delete it because we don't need it. Click on it, delete it, use the delete key. So we've got that in there. Now we need to mirror our linear part pattern that up, right? So where'd I go? Right here. The linear pattern tool right there. I'm going to select our box we just made. We are not going to the right, so I'm going to say one of those. And then we are going up, so we need 3 of those. And then we need to work with our spacing, needs to be 0.875. Enter. That looks good. Okay, so 1/8 inch wide, spacing 0.875, and we got 3 of them. Saying okay. We're going to go extrude, and we're going to remove material, and we're going to use sketch 5 right there. We'll just snag all of those, and I always go through all. We're good to go. Now we can mirror it. We can say we want a feature mirror, and we're going to do that last feature extrude 5 I just did, and then a mirror plane is the center, right? And then we've got it mirrored to the other side. Now that this board is totally prepped, we're ready, we can mirror it to the other side. So we're going to say mirror. This time it is a part mirror. We're not doing a feature mirror. So part mirror. What part are we mirroring? We're going to mirror that part. And where's the mirror plane? Is the front. And now we got it on the other side. This is trying to add it though. I don't want to add it. I want a new part. So we're going to end up with 3 parts. We got our front, back, and bottom. All right. So make sure we're on new, and then we're good to go. So we are set. We're going to be able to make our other sides based on this, and we'll go from there. Good luck.